Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Dana Morales, and I'm here with you today with this program in English. That's gonna be English Spanish, which is not Spanglish, but it's gonna be bilingual. So once again, my name is Dana Morales, and I want to introduce you the part of my team who are the uh, authors and writers, and they are a super women. So but before, I want to talk to you about the projects that we have in this program, which is Entre Mujeres. We also have a book, and it's coming up for March 8th, in according to celebrate the women's. So, I want to talk to you more about it. So this March 8th, that's gonna be Monday, we're gonna have the virtual presentation of this book. The name is the same as the program, Entre Mujeres, y nos gustaría invitarlos a todos ustedes a que nos acompañen en marzo 8, la presentación del libro Entre Mujeres. So I guess I say better in Spanish than English, but for now, I want you to present and introduce part of my team. And actually, one of them, she's gonna take care and moderate all these programs. So her name is Wendy S. Cruz, and she's with us from Florida. So she's an author, writer, and paralegal as well. So Wendy S. Cruz, bienvenida. Welcome to the program, and I let you all our followers, friends who always are here with us, following us, especially in this moment when we are in the program. So Wendy, welcome. Hello. Bueno, buenas tardes, Wendy, bienvenida. Te dejo el programa en tus manos.
Gracias, Dana. Hello, everyone. Welcome on this special night to our very first English version of our original show. As Dana was saying, it's called Entre Mujeres, or Among Women, which represents the essence, the value, the empowerment of women. We strive to be professional and knowledgeable on the themes that we choose to discuss here so that you will have up-to-date information. I thank you for being here tonight. It is a pleasure to have you. Please feel free to comment, to ask questions, and share our broadcast. We appreciate that very much. Today, our theme is healthy love versus unhealthy love. But before we get started with this wonderful discussion, let me introduce to you my two beautiful co-hosts. They are Blanca I.Loria. She's an author, she's a writer, she's a teacher, she's a professional speaker. And she joins us tonight from New York. Let's give her a welcome. Blanca, welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me here. My name is Blanca I.Loria, like Wendy said. Welcome to this program. Thank you for joining us this wonderful evening. I hope you have an enjoyable time. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you, Blanca. Your knowledge and experience give this program great value. We are so happy that you are a part of it. Now, please help me to welcome our other co-host. Her name is Azucena Mancinas. She's also an author and a writer, and she joins us tonight from Denver, Colorado. Let's give her a great welcome. Welcome, Azucena.
Thank you, Wendy. Hello, everybody. Well, this is going to be kind of bilingual, as Dana said. Well, thank you to being here with us, and I hope you enjoy this also because I'm ready to talk in English. And well, this is going to be a very interesting topic, and we're going to talk about how to be in a healthy relationship and how a relationship can be so toxic for you, or sometimes we can be toxic for our partner too. I think this is gonna be the thing we're gonna talk about, right, Wendy? So I'm right here to start with you, ready, drinking my tea. Salud.
Thank you, Azucena. It's so wonderful to have you, and we can't wait to hear what you're going to bring us about this theme. We would also like to thank our technical producers in Mexico, and of course, Alejandro C. Aguirre Editorial for hosting this wonderful program. So, you meet someone, you like them, you begin a relationship. Two people coming together, they have to learn to validate each other. It's not easy, it takes a lot of work. And in the ideal world, you would both trust each other, you would have open communication, you know that you are separate from the other person and that that person has hobbies and interests that they come into that relationship with. We learn to respect that. You are able to spend time apart from each other without there being a problem. You play, you can be silly together. You are a team. You share healthy intimacy. You respect each other. When an issue does come up, you talk about it. You work it out in a healthy way. You are supportive of each other. You come up with solutions together when it's necessary. And most importantly, you inspire each other to be your best self. These are all signs of a wonderful, healthy relationship. But things don't always go that way. Things don't always stay this great. Why? Why does this happen? Why is it that things go unhealthy towards an unhealthy relationship? Let's talk with Blanca I.Loria and see what she has to say about this. Why does this happen, Blanca? Why, when we can have a wonderful team of two in our relationship, things don't always go that way? What's your opinion?
Thank you, Wendy. Wendy, that this is a very important topic because it's like a invisible what damage maybe or invisible signals. Even though you think that you are having a good relationship or healthy relationship, there are some signs that shows us or we are noticed or we cannot notice like we have in it. Like for example, that you talk about that communication. In communication is, I think the key of any relationship is communication. When we communicate right or properly with our partner or a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, I mean, husband in case of women, husband, boyfriend, partner, whatever you say or whatever you call that, is when you have a conversation with that, it's like let the partner be expressive, just talk without interrupting. but it has to be a constructive communication. Like, for example, if I have tried to have a conversation with my husband, for example, but if instead to have a nice communication is blaming, or I'm blaming on him, or he's blaming on me, or just telling me, or try to manipulate the conversation, I think that is not happening. And that is bad, because it's very often that occur in a couple. The communication is failing for that reason, because they don't know how to communicate each other. They don't think that having a healthy communication is try to show affection to the partner. It's not like I have always to control the communication or try to be having the right. No, it doesn't matter who has the right. The situation or the better things to do it is try to understand and don't blame or don't put the fingers on the person like that, because it's offensive. It is it's like there is someone said that when you're pointing someone or you're apuntando a una persona, look at your hand. They're pointing three fingers to you. Si te están apuntando con un dedo, los otros tres están apuntándote a ti. Así que hay que tener mucho cuidado. So, like, the communication is very important for any relationship, that I told you before. But it's like don't manipulate the other person. That's very often people do, and it's insane. And you were talking about intimacy. That's very nice too, because usually men, could be say some women too, but I heard more of my men who are trying to like make or say words like, okay, if you are not pleased with me, I can go outside and see someone else who can do it for me, who can enjoy, or he can, or who can please me. Then that's bad, because it's trying to force the partner to do something instead to do it with love, caring, and trusting the other person or your partner. And then I think that we have to work very, very close to our partner and find out what is the best things for us. I don't want to talk too much, because I think you have my coworker to do it too. My coworker, my compañera. Okay, paso contigo, Wendy.
Thank you, Blanca. You're right. I think the same too. It's an invisible enemy, kind of. Things start out wonderful, and then all of a sudden you start noticing manipulation that goes on. But why? Why do you think this happens? ¿Por qué pasa eso, Azucena? Why do you think a good relationship gets ruined with this control and this lack of communication? Let's see what you have to say about this.
Well, I agree with everything about what Blanquita just said. And, well, as she said, we don't need to blame the other person. We need to work in ourselves. I cannot tell you exactly what is the point to make our relationship broken or worse than is it right now. But I really think it's about work on yourself. It's about work. I'm going to talk about myself, okay? I'm going to put myself on this example about my relationship. And I'm going to say what I have learned through the years with other relationships. For me, it has to do a lot with myself. I mean, what do I want on my age? Right now, I'm 41. What do I want in my life? What do I want in this relationship? Okay, in this relationship, I want respect. I want really nice communication with my husband. I want trust on him. I want he trust on me. But how can I build that? I need to give that to him, to ask him to give me that. So I cannot ask him to give me those things if I'm not giving him that. I've been talking to him about that a lot, and I need to give him his space with his friends, with his family, with his hobbies, and I need my own space too. Like right now, I'm doing this. Maybe he doesn't like this because I'm not giving him time like a wife, but he understands I need my time. I enjoy doing this, and I enjoy spending time with my friends, with my family. So it's about I give you, then you can give me. Or he give me, I can give him. We cannot all the time just ask, I need this. I need you to be more comprehensive with me. I need you to be more lovely guy with me. I need you to do, most of the time, I notice this. Most of the time we are asking things we need in our lives. I want this in my relationship. I want be successful with this relationship, but I'm asking all the time, how can I build this relationship? What can I do? Because I'm not responsible for what my husband does to me. I'm gonna share something with you. We have in our first anniversary, we went to dinner and we talked about this exactly. Because he's from another culture, and like a normal couples, we had problems in the beginning. Nothing is perfect, nothing is all the time so beautiful and so nice. We need to work things out. So we have this dinner on our first anniversary, and I told him, look this, I'm not gonna promise you nothing, and I don't want you to promise me nothing. So if you wanna change, you're gonna change because you want. Because you are an adult and you want this, so you work for this. I want this, I'm gonna work for this. I don't give promises, and he didn't give me promises. So you work for yourself. I'm going to do my best for this relationship, and you're going to do your best if you are interested in this relationship. I'm not going to force him, and he's not going to force me. It's about what I'm going to give to him. And it's up to me if I accept it or not. So if he is not doing the 100% in this relationship, I'm going to say bye. If I'm not giving him the 100% in this relationship, he's gonna say bye to me. It's very clear for me. What do you think, Wendy?
Wow. I say wow. I think as we get older, we mature, and or after we've been through experiences, then we learn to put things out in the open and out on the table. Like you said, you told your husband he's got to work on himself, you got to work on yourself. You're not going to make promises to each other. So it's different once we are or once we have had some experience with that subject. Once we're older, we have different expectations. And so it's different. But where does all this start? Can you, well, let me tell you my story. It starts, guys, it all starts when we are younger. Since we are adolescents, since we are children, really, because someone maybe, well, because we didn't learn respect. So when we got a girlfriend in high school or a boyfriend in high school, we didn't know how to respect the other person. It's something that we have come to learn as we grow. I myself was involved in a toxic relationship, but I didn't think that at first. So like Blanca said, it's like an invisible enemy that comes all of a sudden. Everything's good. And then slowly everything starts going bad. Or it starts taking this different route. So it's very important that when the young kids, when they are young, that's when we start to teach them or to expose them, to communicate with them the signs of a toxic relationship, so that will that will alleviate a lot of the violence that happens later because we didn't know better. So in order to avoid this, we need to educate our young kids, I think, so that they will know the signs of a toxic relationship. So what are some signs of a toxic relationship? How about you get a partner, let's say, and you start doing everything together, everything. You go over there, you go over here, and it's always together. You forget about your friends. You forget about your family. You forget about all the things that you like to do because you want to make your partner happy, because you want to be with them all the time. It can go as far as losing yourself in the other person. It's you become codependent on their person. When their person is not around, you're not doing well. You have to have them there next to you all the time. You don't know what to do with yourself when the other person is not around. That, guys, it's a sign. Those are signs of a toxic relationship. It's not healthy anymore. It's toxic, but we don't always see it. What do you think, Blanca?
I like that point, Wendy. You know what is lack of freedom. And let me tell you an experience, not my experience, but somebody else. Um, this girl got married, but her husband don't let her to do anything, not even share with her family. And she feels that because he loves her so much, he acts like that. But at the end, they are not happy. None of them are happy. Like she feels that she is in a jail, because in a cell. She cannot talk to, no, forget about to talk to a male. I remember when we were to a wedding, and my son went to say hello. And you know what? She says, hello, hello, but she was so afraid. And then we knew it, that her husband was blaming on her that he was flirting with my son. And she's always sad. He is like torturing her for some comments, like inappropriate. And then she feels so codependent of him that she cannot do anything. And you know what? She's getting sick, because that causes sickness too. She's getting sick, and I feel so sorry for her because she's so young, and she's only 41 to 42, and she feels like an old lady because her husband is treating her like a piece of wood, piece of whatever you want to say. And then, do you think that this is healthy for children? Not at all. Everyone is affected. Everyone is affected with this kind of situation or manners, or what do you, how could you say, like a way to be. is not healthy. Muchos pensamos que, ay, porque me ama tanto, ok, porque me dice, voy a cierto lugar y tú no puedes ir si no voy contigo. I want to go with you. Oh, because we are so together, we love each other so much that we have to go to do everything but together. And then what happened? The girl cannot fly, like she has the whole wings attached. And then she cannot, or you cannot, or let me tell you in Spanish. Si la persona se va a sentir atada, que no puede tener esa libertad, ahí no hay una relación saludable. Se lo digo ya por experiencia, he visto muchas cosas. Not even with her family, please wake up. And we can help our partner because they need to find out professional help because this is not healthy for nobody. And then if you know someone, just try to talk to about it because they feel that they are in a healthy relationship when they are not. And we can avoid so many things like you were telling before that we can have our friends, we can go to different activities, doesn't matter. You have to trust our partner. You have to trust each other, caring each other like Wendy, Azucena said. We can do so many things, but if you can manage the situation, go and see a therapist or a special group or just professional help. It's something that I can tell you. Okay, as I say, Wendy, paso contigo.
Okay. Yes, you're right, Blanca. It's sad. It's sad when somebody goes through that, and like you said, so young, and she has to deal with all these things. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. She is going to have to figure it out for herself eventually. And she will, hopefully, not too late. I was one of those persons. That happened to me. I was in a toxic relationship for 10 years. 10 years where I couldn't do anything because my husband was jealous all the time, or like you say, we had to do everything together all the time. And it took a lot. It took until I got sick. I got really, really sick. That's when I finally figured it out. And I thank God every day that I figured it out and that I didn't wait any longer. And I took action and I got out of that relationship. That was the best decision that I made, but it wasn't easy. It was very hard. So I continue with the saying that we have to teach our children, our youngsters, we have to teach them about these toxic relationships because it is not that anyone should have to go through. Not a man and not a woman, because it's both ways. Like you said, it goes both ways. Okay, but we're going to talk a little bit more about this as soon as we come back. Azucena, can you tell us if we have any hellos, algunos saludos por ahí, unas preguntas tal vez? Can you see it?
Alcanzo a ver que Claudia, Fanny y José Cabral comentaron saludos. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you girls. Claudia is saying. And offer to the Alexito, Dana Morales. Hola a todas por aquí. Es lo que veo, no sé leer los otros saludos. Claudia,
Okay.
Fanny Cabral and Dana Morales.
Okay. Hola a todas, chicas. Hello, ladies. Thank you for supporting us, for being with us on this special night of this special English version of our show Entre Mujeres. Blanquita, ¿querrá decir las giras ahorita o al rato?
Pues ahora mismo vamos a decirles.
Ok, gracias.
Sí, gracias. Tenemos la 8ª edición, que está es de enero, febrero, marzo. Tenemos giras en Texas para marzo, en Minnesota y en Chicago para marzo. O sea que tenemos 3 en marzo. Y tenemos tenemos la 9ª edición, abril, mayo, junio. Y tenemos una gira en Miami para abril. Tenemos para mayo, también seguida la de Los Ángeles, esta es en mayo. Para mayo también tenemos en Denver. En Iowa tenemos para mayo también. Mire cómo tenemos para mayo. En Nueva York también. Y para junio tenemos Utah, Arizona. Y después seguido tenemos la 10ª edición, julio, agosto y septiembre. Y esta va a ser, tenemos también en julio la gira inspiracional en Denver. Después seguimos con la 11ª edición, octubre, noviembre, diciembre de la revista. Y también tenemos algunas giras en confirmación que son Indianapolis, Massachusetts, Florida, Oklahoma, Nuevo México, Las Vegas, New Jersey. Así que eso es todo lo que tengo de anuncios. Paso contigo, Wendy. Gracias.
Gracias, Blanca. Wow, we have a lot of presentations, book presentations. She was talking about the book presentations. We have a couple like every month for the rest of the year. And that's a good sign. And remember, if anybody is interested in writing a book and publishing it, please do contact us, because these are the people you want to contact if you want to write and publish a book. Okay, guys. Now getting back on the topic, warning signs of an unhealthy relationship. When you start to feel alone instead of feeling happy, that's a warning. Something is not right. Something is wrong. When there's a lot of jealousy in your relationship. And like I said, it can be either way. It can come from the husband, or it can come from the wife, or the boyfriend, the girlfriend. If there's excessive jealousy, you get jealous about everything that the other person does, that's a sign that something's going on, something's right. Why can't you trust your partner? Why? What's going on? Do you fight a lot? If you're fighting all the time for everything, toxic relationship. Are you trying to change the other person? Are you not letting them to go for their goals and their dreams? Why? They are an individual. When you met, you already had their goals and dreams. And just because he met you or she met the other person doesn't mean that that person is not is going to forget about their goals and dreams. Maybe you have your own goals and dreams that you need to go after. And that's okay. You're a team, remember? You're a team, and you should root for each other, help each other to reach your goals and dreams, instead of getting mad about the other person doing that. That's unhealthy. What about when you blame everything on the other person? that too is unhealthy. And when you lose respect, trust, affection for each other, something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong. Azucena, what do you think of all these
Well,
signs, unhealthy love relationship?
well, I think there is a lot to do inside the mind of each person because fortunately I didn't live this kind of toxic relationship before. I was in my first marriage. I was with the same guy for 11 years, and I was 10 years single, and then I've been married again for 1 year. But I've been seeing a lot of toxic relationship, so I can say based on what I saw. And I have friends suddenly because I don't feel happy for them. And I try to talk to them about it, but they just don't listen to me. So I think it's each person, because when you keep saying the same thing about, have you noticed that? Have you noticed how he's treating you? That's not good for you. That's a red signal for you, and they just don't listen to you. And then I'm thinking, well, maybe they just need to live their own process. It's very hard to, something happened here. Okay. It's very hard for me to try to help somebody who is in a toxic relationship because they don't listen. And there is a lot of signal. All what you both said about they don't allow you to be with friends or with family or enjoy your hobbies, or even they complain about your job. When the partner complain about your clothes, your hair, your friends, about basically about everything, there are many red signals about this is not good for you. But it's in each person. They have to wake up on their time. I think because I've seen some people, they go with therapy and it didn't work. They go to the church and it didn't work. So I think there is a very deep topic. We need to read more. We need to investigate more to be more comprehensive with the people who is living in toxic relationship, because I just cannot understand why they keep living in that. And I've seen people in our age, I mean, all the experience in life you had before, and you still didn't learn nothing. I'm surprised about it. I mean, you are right now 40 years old. You didn't learn nothing in your past life, in your 30s, and your 25, and your second divorce, because I've been talking with friends who is the third marriage, and they are with the still kind of guys, bad guys. And I'm just got desperate about saying, you're not watching this. But sometimes I notice this. The woman is toxic for the guy also. It's not only the guy, because I live a situation with somebody. So the guy was okay, he was being so bad guy with her. He broke the phone on the floor. He was saying very bad words on her. You are only bad words. And I told her, why are you accepting this? You don't need this in your life. Why are you here? You are beautiful. You have money. You speak English. You speak Spanish. You have very nice job. You have very nice family. Why are you with a guy like that? I don't understand. So we start talking about what are you doing to have these kind of people in your life, okay? Because it's not his fault, it's my fault also. If let me talk about, maybe I'm in a toxic relationship, okay? I'm gonna put that example. I'm in a toxic relationship. I need to start looking into myself, not into the other person, as I said before. Do I deserve this? So this is my decision. He's not putting a gun on my head to make me be with him. It's my decision. So maybe he killed me one day. Okay, it's my decision because I'm here. And I'm going to tell you something. My sister, 20 years ago, she died on her husband's hands. This is a little big thing to say, but it happened like that. They were living in a very toxic relationship for each other. I'm not blaming on him. I'm not blaming on her. But she has everything. She has family. She has help, but she decides to stay here. When a person decides to stay here with a toxic relationship, can be toxic friend. Sometimes the family is toxic too. Not only your partner, not only your husband or your boyfriend. Somebody you have toxic people around you and you just decide to be there. Sometimes you have friends are all the time attacking you or being bullied with you, and you decide just to keep hanging out with that friend. So I don't understand why. I don't understand, and I feel bad for that people, but I cannot help. If they don't help to themselves, I cannot help, and I feel bad for that. That's my opinion.
May I say something, Wendy?
Yeah, please do.
Yes, something that Azucena was saying. I think the reason for that is the self-esteem low. When somebody doesn't love, it's because they are feeling, they are waiting for someone else just to lean, like waiting for that person to do everything for them because they are afraid to do choices. And this is important. Right now, we have so many information, the internet and books and so many places. There are help. There are some places to go. I think when someone is doing or just staying in a relationship like that they are not being happy, they have to just because is coming abusing, like as Susana was saying, it's getting worse, and then life is in between. Just be aware that sometimes believe that we are in love, but if you are not happy, if you are not feeling comfortable, if you are not feeling secure in that relationship, you know what? Go away. That is better to be alone than with that company because nobody is happy in that relationship. It's very toxic. Okay, Wendy, something that I want to add. Thank you.
Can I say something too? Can I say
Okay.
something? Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something, guys. This is a very intensive topic because every person has their own reason. I hear many reasons. One of them told me, oh, it's because I don't want to be a single mom. I don't want to be suffering. I don't want to pay this care for the kids, babysitter. That's her reason. She doesn't want to live like a single mom. Okay, then she's staying in that relationship. I saw another situation with this other person. She has everything to be happy to say. Oh no, let me tell you another thing. Talking about self-esteem, I can't believe this. I just saw another person. She's very loving herself. She's very all the positive things you can think right now. All what Blanquita was saying. She has a very high. Bueno, she had before a very high self-esteem. She was so happy celebrating outside places. Blah blah blah. A good job. But right now she's in a relationship very toxic. How can a person? Oh, I'm not gonna sound like I'm very surprised about this, because I'm very sure it's something here in the mind. I can be so confident about myself, and I don't know if I got in love with somebody I really like it so much, but I go bad in bad way. So I saw this other person just few weeks ago. She is right now in a very toxic relationship. This guy is very controlling on her, and the rest of the friends are very surprised. We're saying, why are you in that relationship? If you few weeks ago you weren't this person you are right now. She's saying, because I'm tired about being alone. I want a relationship, and I'm gonna work for this relationship. But this guy is not letting you work, is not letting you wear the clothes you want. Why are you there? So I would like to know more about this topic, to read more, maybe as therapist, or because I don't understand how, when you are so confident with yourself, go into a toxic relationship. Why is this change? Then it's not real self-esteem, Blanquita, for example, you're talking about self-esteem. It's not real. I wasn't that that confident on myself, because then I'm now in a toxic relationship. How can be that change? Because I saw people were in a toxic or bad relationship, and now they are fine. Like you, Wendy, I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad listening your story, and you're very, very good right now. So, but this is the example. For example, now you are very good in your life. Would you go back to another relationship bad? No, right? So what happened in the mind? What happened with that person? I mean, I think it's very personal. Every person is different. It has to be with a lot of things about her personal life, her family, her friend, her influence, what she needs inside. I mean, it's a lot. And I've been learning this. I cannot talk bad about that person just because she's in a relationship, or he, because the guys are in very relationships too with bad women. So I'm more like, I need to understand this person, and I'm going to tell her or him the best I can, but without that person feels like I'm saying bad things about him. Just, bueno, como que no sé las palabras que utilizar para decirle a esa persona sin que se sienta juzgado o juzgada, porque es una situación muy difícil. It's very difficult to stay in that relationship. So all this topic, it's about be comprehensive with that people and try to help, but without pointing, like Blanquita just said. So I got so intense in this because maybe you think the same like me, because we see a lot of people in this kind of relationship and we just don't understand why. And I just feel they can get help, same like you and Wendy said, you, Blanquita, and Wendy said, look for help, try to be happy. And I just feel bad for people being in bad relationship when life is so short and life is wonderful and there is amazing people around you. Why are you in a toxic relationship? I'm done, Wendy.
You know what I think? I'm sorry to interrupt, but you know what I think? Sometimes it depends what is the environment they raised. Something like that too. What is the pattern they're following? Maybe parents, maybe something else, right? Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're both right. It can be your background. It can be because you were raised maybe in a family where your parents had a toxic relationship. So you think that this is okay. You don't know better. But then, like you said, you get out of it and you find, and you're okay. But then you meet someone else and the same thing happens again. Well, that's probably because of your background still, or because you haven't found the true love, which is your self-love, which is the love that is inside of you. once you find your true love, which is you, you're not going to let nobody treat you bad. You're not going to let nobody disrespect you or control you, insult you, hurt you, because you're going to love yourself. So a lot of it, I think, is your background, your self-esteem. You don't know better. In other words, until you can find your true love, which is you, that's when you are going to cut the cycle of a toxic relationship. When is it, can this relationship be fixed? Is it possible for a relationship to be fixed? Do you walk away? Is walking away the only option? Or is another option to try and fix it? That's a decision that you will both have to make. If you want to fix it is possible to fix a relationship, it says, but you both have to be willing to make big changes in yourself. You're going to have open communication. You're going to have to be honest about how you feel. You're going to have to reflect on yourself a lot and see what things can you change so that things can work out with the other person. Because it's probably, if you're both are happy living you're both not happy in that toxic relationship, but if you are both accepting that situation, then probably you both are going to need to look at yourself and to make some big changes. Professional help, it's going to most likely be the way to go if you decide that you want to work on making the relationship work out. Okay, so I know we can stay here. We can talk all night about this because it's a very, very interesting topic. Unfortunately, we only have an hour and we need to close out now. And I just have to tell you that advice, don't wait until it's too late. If you decide to work at it, seek professional help because that's the best thing to do. Blanca, Azucena, thank you so much for being here today. It has been a wonderful show. I value your opinions and everything that you guys said. Everything is so important. Like you were saying, Blanca, each person has to go through their own process to figure it out and see what it is that they want to do with themselves. There's not much that we can do for anyone else that is going through that because it's an individual process. And with that, audience, I leave you. I thank you so much for being here today, for watching us. We hope that we were able to bring you some important information. Please follow us. We're on YouTube. Let me see. We are on here every other Tuesday. And ladies, I don't think we have a topic for next time, do we? Does anybody know? I don't have it here on my notes.
Wendy, I think Dana can talk about it. I don't know.
Okay. Dana, do you know we have a topic for next time? I don't have it on my notes.
All right, here we go. So first of all, thank you so much. You did a great program. So like we say, this is the first program in English. So we invite you to give us likes and share this video. We know for sure for those who don't speak Spanish, they may find something important in here. So, but we thanks a lot. So for the topic for the next Thursday, we're gonna talk about something about the self-esteem, I guess, or something for love. So I always invite you to following us on our social media, where we always up we have something up to date. So and then you will find out something more about what is the topic. So well, before to leave you the microphones and everything to say hello and bye bye to all our followers. So I want to tell you something. For this weekend, will be the editorial corp or the editorial will be in Texas to do this event, like the Imparables. La presentación de Imparables va a estar este fin de semana en Texas y la fecha o el día especial que se presentará Imparables es el domingo 28 de febrero. Todas las personas que vivan en el área de Texas, especialmente en Irving, si desean acompañarnos, pues vamos a estar presentando esta valiosa obra que ha venido postergándose un evento desde el año pasado debido a lo que hemos tenido con lo que es, yo siempre digo, la nueva orden mundial, pero ya estamos mejorando todo, retomando eventos, retomando proyectos y sin dejar al lado lo que son las reglas de higienización, como el cubrebocas, gel desinfectante y también estamos tomando la temperatura, así que no hay ningún, you shouldn't be afraid about it. You know, you have to join us and enjoy the event, enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, and that's gonna be awesome. So that's what I would like you to invite about this presentation that's gonna be on Texas this February 28th. So we'll be there, Guadalupe Miranda, Maribel Gonzalez, and myself, and of course, la editorial Alejandro C. Aguirre, quien estará apoyándonos también de la mano con todos nuestros patrocinadores que están en los flyers, que están en nuestros social media. Le pedimos, por favor, estén ahí compartiendo nuestros programas. Y hay otro grupo, otra nueva presentación de un nuevo libro que les hablé en un principio, y ese libro es, vamos a ver si nuestro ingeniero técnico nos pone por ahí el flyer, que es una obra que se ha venido trabajando desde el año pasado también con el equipo Entre Mujeres. Like we say, this program is English to Spanish, so some things, I don't know if you would agree with me, but I feel like Spanish is more, I don't know, it's that romance language. So and this way it's more like, you know, awesome. And this is the book. The next March 8th of 2020 will be present virtually the libro Entre Mujeres. So, aparte de tener el programa, también tenemos un libro Entre Mujeres, lo cual tiene algo muy especial, muy importante, saber la unión de diferentes culturas, diferentes mujeres, como pueden ver, diferentes edades, que es lo más bonito, diferentes aprendizajes, un estilo único, una esencia única que cada mujer tiene, pero solamente compartimos un mismo propósito, el empoderamiento de la mujer, y que juntas podemos hacer el cambio para toda la humanidad. Así que a todas las personas les invitamos a que nos acompañen marzo 8 a las 10 de la noche, horario de Nueva York, para la presentación virtual multiplataforma de lo que es el libro Entre Mujeres. Con ustedes, todas las participantes de este bello programa, estaremos ahí presentes. Y no se olviden seguirnos en las redes sociales. Si quieren escribir un libro, como ya Wendy lo dijo en inglés, contacten a la editorial Alejandro C. Aguirre, síganos en nuestras redes sociales, porque ahí vamos a estar actualizando lo más nuevo de todas las giras, como lo mencionaba, Texas, también tenemos Chicago, también tenemos Utah, tenemos Iowa y Denver. Tenemos muchas giras que van a estar llevándose a cabo en este magnífico año, desde luego con las reglas de higienización, como lo decía en un principio. Así que eso es lo que yo tengo por aquí. Les doy las gracias por darme este espacio a todos ustedes que nos están sintonizando. Gracias. Y pues como pueden ver, hoy fue el primer día o el primer programa en inglés, así que voy a dejar que nuestra querida Wendy y nuestras compañeras de equipo se despidan. De mi parte, que tengan un excelente martes y recuerden, mañana es miércoles y el próximo día también es jueves, así que no dejen de vivir el día al máximo porque cada día trae nuevos aprendizajes. De mi parte, tengan una feliz noche y recuerden, marzo 8, presentación del libro Entre Mujeres, que será virtual o presentación multiplataforma. Así que Wendy, te regreso al micrófono y muchísimas gracias. Que tengan todos muy buenas noches.
Presenting our book. That's right, guys. Entre Mujeres has made a book, and we are going to present it on March 8, 2020.
Wendy no se escucha.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. I want to say I am so happy that you were here. We appreciate you, and we hope that you will be with us again in a couple of weeks with our next theme, which we will be announcing soon. Thank you again, Blanca. Thank you, Azucena. I appreciate you guys. We did a wonderful job. And so good night, everybody. I'll let my co-hosts to say good night now. Thank you. Blanca?
Yes, thank you. Having a true love and healthy relationships is not easy, but it's not impossible either. If you want to build a good relationship, open up to love and communicate with your partner to solve any situation together. If you cannot find, like I said before, just look for assistance, like professional help. And remember, love is a decision. We can build a healthy relationship and have a better love. Have a good night. Blessing everyone, and thank you for joining us. Thank you. Have a good night.
Same here. Thank you for having me tonight. And I'm so happy to share this with you. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Bye.